The number one thing is, you really want to understand why you do what you do. And this might sound like a really easy tip. Like, yeah, Amber, tell me what the secret weapon is, though. This is one of them. I'm serious. So you'll just have to spend the time to really contemplate this and document this. But let me give you an example. So if you were to say, Amber, what do you do? I would say, well, I launch books, right? I build websites, I help you with marketing, and I launch books. Okay, lots of people do that. So what? Who cares? What matters is, why do I do that? So what lights me up about what I do is that I get to help really awesome people get their message out to the world. That's what lights me up. And even when I say that why, it's like, so what? A lot of people do that. Like, okay, cool. It's not sticky enough. So why do I love helping people get their message out? Like, really think about that for a minute. Well, this actually comes back to my childhood. So those of you who do mind work, you're not surprised by my answer right now. But for me, my childhood was very, very different than the woman you see today, right? Because the woman you see today, she's smiley, she's got energy. I'm not afraid of the camera. I'm here to serve, right? I'm thinking about you. I'm not thinking about me. That is not at all how I would have described myself growing up. In fact, I would have described myself as extremely lonely, not feeling like I had much value to give to the world. I barely ever spoke. I had pretty much zero confidence. I was very shy. I was very uncomfortable to be around. People would ask me questions, and not because I wanted to, but because I felt so bad on the inside, I would just make you feel like really bad about yourself, probably in my response, because it would be like one word, I'd be looking down, and I would just not be open to conversation or friendship or anything. And there are reasons why that happened. It doesn't matter. It was kind of just, I think, what was meant to be for my journey. I had to go into the pit of that despair, feeling completely invisible, to then build myself back out of that one step at a time, decision by decision, creating somebody that I would actually be really proud to be, because I wasn't proud of that. I wasn't proud of that person. It didn't feel good. And the outside reality I created for myself as a teenager was just as ugly as what I felt like on the inside. And it was honestly pretty scary. And it took me a pretty radical wake-up call when I was 16 to just wake up and think, whoa, what have I created here? This is terrible. What else could life be like? So decision by decision, I changed my life. I turned into somebody that I would be really proud to be. And by the time I was 18, I started selling Cutco cutlery, which is like high-end kitchen knives. Totally random I would have gotten that job, but divine intervention hit once again. So now I'm selling knives. I literally just did what they told me to do, and it worked. It was amazing. I started getting so much recognition. It was unbelievable. High fives. I'm up on the leaderboard. Like, that was a good feeling. When I was 19 years old, I learned the value of feeling seen and heard. And I have to tell you, it was the most magnificent feeling for somebody that didn't feel like that for so many years. But to feel actually seen and heard and valued for real was like, oh my gosh, it was like water. It was salvation. It was heaven. It was everything for me. So no surprise that now, fast forward all of these years, my why is wrapped into helping other people experience the bliss of being heard and seen and valued. And I can do that when I can help my authors get their message out to the world, right? So when you hear that, that feels different to you. You connect to that differently than, oh, I build websites and do marketing and book launches. That's my point. When we share our why with people, why does the book launch matter? Why do websites matter? Because with a website, you have a visitor coming in that's just surfing the web. They get to your site and all of a sudden something feels different to them. So they lean in and they read your words, and you know that person so well, that avatar, that now they're like reading the words on the page that is the exact words they've been thinking about, what was in their heart. Now, all of a sudden, they feel seen, heard, valued. So my work manifests that everywhere. You can't go anywhere in my platform and not have that at the bedrock of what I do. And that is a really powerful connection point. And what we all want as humans, connection, right? We want to feel liked. We want to feel like we matter. We want to feel like we're a part of this community. And that feeling gives us safety. It gives us legacy. It gives us purpose. It gives us happiness and joy and love and fulfillment and all of these wonderful emotions, right? It doesn't give us fear and lack and scarcity and anger and frustration. So when you think about what you do, I implore you to go deeper into the why. And when you think you have the answer, go deeper. Why is that true? And when you think you have that answer, go even deeper. What's at the absolute root of why you do what you do? Maybe it's a part of your childhood or maybe it's not, but that was at least my story. And I think that if you understand your why, that can go miles for you on your website, in your marketing. It's going to attract in the right qualified buyer. It's going to help them convert on your website. And by the time they get into a sales conversation with you, they feel connected, they feel seen, know, like, and trust, right? It's just going to make that sales experience so much easier to navigate.